What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Golden Boy CEO, former fighter Oscar De La Hoya had some interesting things to say. I want to tell you guys about it. Start off with some quotes, and then I will give you the Ego thoughts on the situation. Now, it's regarding his fighter, Saul Canelo Alvarez. I was born ready. He was going to fight Amir King Khan, and Oscar De La Hoya said this. An old saying tells us styles make fights. These fighters have the chance to make this fight not just for them, but also for the fans. This is speed versus power. Khan has amazing footwork, but Canelo has power and strength. He goes on to say size does not matter in this fight. What does is skill, speed, power, intelligence, and experience. So he says, according to him, size does not matter. And I don't know, maybe it's just him being a promoter, but I completely disagree. And what I mean by that is sometimes as a promoter, it's your job to promote the fight. You have to continue to make this fight sell. The biggest complaint I've heard is you have a lineal middleweight champion in Canelo who's big. He looked much bigger than Cotto when they fought, and he's fighting, pulling up a guy basically in Amir Khan, and a guy who is not necessarily known for having the most durable chin in a lower division. He's been hurt at 135, he's been hurt at 140, things like that. So to me, this is Oscar De La Hoya's attempt to put a rest to the statements and the sentiment that size doesn't matter, and this is a complete even fight. Now, I made videos about it. Amir Khan's bulking up. He also did the HBO promo. Check those videos out if you want more on that. And this is the thing, just judging solely from the picture, and don't get me wrong, Amir Khan, he has a good team. I know his strength and conditioning coach, Tony. He has time to get in shape, but just judging solely off the eye test, off the pictures, he doesn't look like he's all muscular and like he necessarily moved up. Fact is, he's been on a long layoff. He hasn't fought since Chris Algieri, and he didn't look tremendous shape. There's a difference between moving up and you're solid. It just looks like he picked up some pounds from a long layoff, and then he started training, and now he's coming down, so he looks like at a midway point. And again, he has some time, but I disagree with Oscar De La Hoya. I think size totally matters in Khan versus Alvarez, and I think that'll play out on May 7th. In fact, I think this is a pretty safe fight for Canelo. Not saying Amir Khan has no skill, but he's a guy who's pretty much expected to lose. He's a smaller guy. He's the guy who's been knocked out and knocked down. Canelo's never been knocked out or knocked down as a professional. So he's the bigger man, and I do think size matters. And Khan, I don't personally, I don't think Khan can hurt Canelo. So that means he has to outbox him, and he has to stay out of the wheelhouse of Canelo and any kind of precarious positions for 12 solid rounds. And that's one thing. But then you have to possibly fight the judges like Erislandy Lara. I thought that fight was much closer than a 117-111. So I think, again, it's an uphill battle for Amir Khan, unless he put on a dominant performance like the Devin Alexander performance. And Khan always does good with southpaws. I just think it's an uphill battle because Canelo has a style where when he's landing, letting combinations go, it looks flashy, it's dazzling. He's clearly the bigger man, so I think it'll look more impactful than when Khan hits him, because I think Khan's gonna have to be like, ish, 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 and then get out. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna have to be real cautious, so he's not gonna have time to have his feet fully planted and things like that, whereas Canelo probably won't respect his power as much, thinking like Khan's not as dangerous, and I don't think Khan's gonna be able to hurt him. So that means he has to outbox him, and in my opinion, box the perfect fight. So I disagree with Oscar. I think size does matter in Canelo Khan, and I think we'll see that on May 7th. That's my honest opinion. And if that's the case, if size doesn't matter, then why doesn't Canelo, who's clearly big enough, go up and fight Gennady Golovkin? Why is he fighting a welterweight? And if size doesn't matter, why is this fight taking place at 155 as opposed to an actual weight category in 154, or even lower than that? Why don't you go back down to a catchweight like Mayweather at 152 or anything, so Khan doesn't have to travel up 8 pounds by himself? You know what I mean? So I think Oscar is just trying to pacify the people by saying, oh yeah, it's all about skill. And maybe Amir Khan could prove me wrong and things like that and hurt Canelo or something that I don't foreshadow. But to me, again, it's an uphill battle for Khan. And I think De La Hoya's just in his promoter hat right now, saying that size doesn't matter. I don't agree with that at all. I think size does matter, and I think especially on fight night, they're both going to make weight most likely. They're both professional, and I think fight night is when we're going to really see when Canelo rehydrates past 170 pounds and Amir Khan's still in the 160, and that's what I think. And even it might be detrimental if Amir Khan rehydrates more than that, because he might lose speed and you might fatigue. It's hard to fight a 12-round fight. One, you're getting punched by someone who's naturally bigger than you. You have to deal with that and be durable for that. But you also have to, when you've been fighting in the lower weight division, 140, 147, you have to be able to sustain the type of conditioning and stamina that allows you to operate with heavier, with more weight on you. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like getting into a pool. Your weight, you feel instantly different. Trying to throw a punch underwater is heavier. So it's the same thing, trying to pack on muscle or pack on extra poundage for one particular fight. It's hard to fluctuate your body like that and be the same fighter. So I disagree with De La Hoya. Size does matter to me. And there's a lot of people, boxing experts and stuff I see in the comment section, they keep referencing Manny Pacquiao moving up 2 weight divisions to meet Oscar De La Hoya. And let me just slice this up for you real quick. One, Manny Pacquiao has a fucking chin. Like his chin is very sturdy. Despite him getting Marquez, you could say whatever Marquez for. I think personally Pacquiao has a good chin, right? He ate an uppercut from Mayweather that was vicious, perfectly timed, shot straight up the middle, perfect, beautiful uppercut late in the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight, and he just ate it and kept coming. That would have dropped other people or hurt them, buckled their knees, things like that. Other thing is they're at different positions. Manny Pacquiao was this whirlwind, this typhoon coming through the states, and you know what I mean, racking up bodies and beating the Barreras and Moraleses and stuff like that. De La Hoya was late in his career, which is why he retired after that fight and went into promoting, and he was a different fighter. He was older. Canelo's, was he like 25, 26? Canelo's young, fresh. He's a fresh hen versus what Oscar De La Hoya was. He was 30 plus, had been stopped to the body by Bernard Hopkins, things of that sort, and he moved down a whole weight division. Now this is different because he was late in his career, been through wars with Mosley, Fernando Vargas, got stopped by Bernard Hopkins, etc. He dropped down late in his career, and Pacquiao was coming up. 2 different ball games. Now the older fighter in the Canelo Khan fight is Khan. Khan is older than Canelo. Canelo has probably taken less damage in his career, meaning he's never been knocked out or anything like that and got rattled that bad. He's been buzzed by Miguel Cotto's little brother, Jose Miguel Cotto, and things like that, but he hasn't been knocked out and knocked around the ring silly and stuff like that. So it's different. That's not even that's apples and oranges, apples and D batteries. Let me know what you guys think. Does size matter in Canelo Khan? What shot do you give Khan to win this? And what shot do you give Canelo? What would you like to see next for both of them? Drop that in the comment section. Share the video. Make sure you like the video. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, is Ego signing off.